We are back.
There we go.
Just do it this way. Yeah.
Haven't mastered the volume control quite yet.
So apparently something bad happened.
Apparently the softball powers that be were trying to shut us down. Didn't like us,
happens.
exposing the vicious underbelly.
I was checking the specs next to the rotary girder. I'm retarded.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tommy boy. Anyway.
That sounds like a Chris Farley movie, and I'm gonna just turn my head and go.
Chris Farley movies are hilarious.
Oh no.
Yes, sir.
He is just. He is just obnoxiously loud.
Well, yeah.
That's
why
all
it was funny.
No.
And
One movie is fine, but a whole spectrum of movies with him just being obnoxiously
you
loud.
want my head to explode?
Yes, I do.
Anyway.
All right.
Let me get back. Let me get us live
So
up here.
we were doing.
We weren't doing anything.
Well, we were talking about softball,
Imagine that.
and we were talking about your bling bling,
Oh.
bling bling, holla holla.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to?
I do want to recap a little bit of. I did want to note, like on the triple play, because Chris Beal, Nick Vance, and Rick Jungerman filled in with us. I wanted to tell those guys thank you for filling in
Speaking
with
to the
us.
microphone, Rick Jungerman, Chris Beal.
Why do you want me to speak into the microphone?
I don't know. It's just fun.
Oh, okay. But
Who was the other one? Was it Chili?
No, Shilly didn't play.
Who was the third one?
It was Nick Vance.
Nick Vance.
Yeah.
The very look at me, Nick
Oh
Vance.
my god. Okay. So apparently,
They just call me gay?
I did not call you.
Okay.
Not at all.
Just because I was talking about Nick Vance?
I mean, if that's what what you do in your own time.
He is a pretty man, I'm just saying.
Okay. You leave it at that. So apparently, I did write these notes down. Did you hear?
Did you write those with your foot?
No, I write like a doctor.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you took notice about what happened in the championship game at the Busch.
You got to speak louder.
Why? Because you didn't hear what I said?
No, because you trailed off. You got softer.
Oh,
It's okay. It's a good mic.
Just saying.
So shut your mouth and listen to me.
Fix it up. It's all right.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Exactly. Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
It's all good.
So apparently,
You're talking about the Busch.
right?
Okay. So
The
you're
Busch
talking
Classic.
You're talking about the end.
Yes.
Now, was this the upper or was this
This
D?
was D.
Okay.
Okay. So apparently there was a Miami team that placed second after 2 forfeits because they had to be double dipped. The winner had to be double dipped.
Okay.
The second place team stole the MVP trophy, the all-tourney trophies, and took the second place trophy and broke it, threw it down the hill and broke it.
The trophy that they rightfully won.
Correct.
That they were entitled to. They didn't win anything.
Right.
They were
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last.
Right.
Okay.
And apparently, from what I was reading, took winners' trophies and took 2 bats while they were getting their pictures taken. Ran to the parking lot.
Now, were these like bats that they were going to win, or were these like players' bats from
I
the
think
team
bats
that
that
won?
they were going to win.
Oh, well, that's kind of crappy.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then, while the championship team was getting their picture taken. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, very class act, very nice. So
It would have been nice to get a name of that team and like plaster all their stuff on our website.
that'd been funny. But like you talked about, the Hooters Classic, the elite class, /gold.
Yep.
Dudley took first, Dirty Bird took second, in silver, the Young Bucks took first. And that's all I got. The next tourney for us is the Hooters Classic in Kansas City after this weekend.
Is there another Hooters Classic?
This is U-Trip though. This is in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Different
Hooters really like softball.
tourney. Softball really likes Hooters.
Well, well done.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they're around a lot of
Oh,
tournaments,
absolutely.
which is a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's good to have that nice, like, remember back in the day in like the early 90s and late 80s, you had like Budweiser, the Budweiser teas, the
Yeah.
Budweiser sponsorships
Yep.
and stuff like that. So it seems like Hooters has kind of taken over that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm very okay with that, especially if we got to go eat there after a game.
If you gotta.
Only if you got it.
Right.
Ray is a fan of the Hooters wings.
Okay.
Hooters
So,
what?
Wings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Hooters says food?
Hooters
You
what?
said Hooters what?
Hooters wings? What?
Hooters wings?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Angie.
The mild's the best.
I agree.
Once in a while.
Mild soda?
Some mediums.
Man
Some
soda?
mediums.
Did you say man soda?
No, you're drinking a Miller Lite.
So that's still a man soda.
Yeah.
You hush.
That's like under a Krefting.
Kreptic's garbage.
Like a
I like how it's
the boot
from St.
fits.
Louis.
If Kreptic was a troll and it was squeezing something out of its butt, it would go into the bottle of the Miller Lite.
Shut up. Oh my God. Anyway, good lord. Anyway, continue.
That's
great.
All right,
Continue.
so are we caught up? Your next
We're caught
tournament
up.
is this month?
Not
A
this
week
week,
from this weekend?
Yes.
In Kansas City?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Will you be allowed to play?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
You don't know if, maybe, a little pigeon or whatever is going to protest you?
Pigeon, turd, whatever.
Mom likes my hat.
It's always a good thing.
All right. So,
Hi, Mom.
a little bit of, do you play any indoor?
I have in the past.
So, last year, at the beginning of last year,
We've talked indoor on the show before.
yeah, we lost Sun Valley. They closed its doors,
Right.
and they're going to remain closed because they're asking $1 million for the property.
Yeah, they'll stay closed.
Okay, so did
thought
you
they
hear that
sold it already.
Jamestown
I don't know.
is closing their doors?
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Jamestown / Rivers Edge Sports Complex up north is no more.
When did they close their doors?
Well, we don't.
I don't know if they've officially closed them, but I
they're
heard
going to.
yes, they're going to.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
There will be no softball indoors this weekend there.
Okay.
I think like Veta and I think some other places still have indoor softball, but Jamestown, the asbestos and all the
Asbestos.
dust from the nets and everything falling on you is no more.
Is that the indoor place?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's kind of
That's pretty significant.
that
That's a
surprises
shame.
me, but it doesn't surprise me.
That's a shame.
I mean, yes, they didn't really keep it up in most recent years, but it was still some place to get your fix during the winter.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of plays out. If maybe some other business, maybe comes and takes it over, or if some other businesses, be like convert, and like, hey, we've got the space, we'll do it.
So we're going to start this GoFundMe program right now?
No, we're not.
Okay, you're in charge of that, or
Yeah.
Michelle is. Our
No,
social
she's
media
not.
person will be in charge of
No,
that.
she's not.
Go fund me.
No.
I could see it happen.
I just think it's funny to say GoFundMe because it sounds like you're getting really close to saying something else. Like go fund yourself.
Go.
Either way.
All right.
So, are you done with softball now?
We can be.
No.
We got a lot to cover tonight.
And we're already, half an hour into the show?
We're easy. I mean,
Did you
34
say we're
minutes
easy?
in.
Well, that's true.
You're easy.
Oh, that's true.
Character says, played there when I was 12. Old as hell then. Very true. Barbie, what's up, dude?
So I have a quick question.
Your quick question is?
Where's our people?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Followers.
We don't
I
have
want
the...
a 12-page written
Okay, I got a question.
excuse why you're not here
You
tonight.
you awarded the bat last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who won it?
2 weeks.
Marcus Barry.
2 weeks.
Did he claim it?
No. He
Must
did.
be-
He claimed it,
Yeah.
Must
but he
be
has
present
yet
to
to
win.
come and get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was
Tonight you gotta be
probably
present
too
to win.
busy shooting that Faith No More video or whatever he's into now.
I don't know. I don't know what he's into.
All right. Did you want to switch over and talk about some blues?
Absolutely.
I don't think we need to talk about the Blues because they're going nowhere right now without a goalie.
Okay. But we can go ahead and we can manual transmission here, switch it up, and move to a different gear. For those of you out there who have nothing but an automatic in your entire lifetime, this is how you would switch
We're going
the
to a
gears
different page.
on the fly.
Going to a different page.
All right, so let's start with most current, and we'll move our way back.
Okay.
Gotcha.
$1.75 million has been committed to Pat Maroon,
Yeah.
Oakville's own.
Yes.
That's right.
It's
Right
amazing.
here.
We're in Oakville. Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
He is coming off of back surgery, so. What's up, Mr. Limper?
Hey, buddy.
He must have heard us.
He must have heard us talk about us.
You don't have to put out a 12-page
What, you
report
heard us
while
talking
you
about
weren't here
Dudley
tonight.
earlier?
You guys, what?
You heard us talking about Dudley earlier?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear. I wasn't on. I was dealing with some
Yeah, we're talking about Dudley.
We were just talking about Dudley.
good or bad.
You look very
Oh,
tan.
What? It's
Very
dark
tan.
in here.
why don't you come around here and join us for a minute?
I thought I could have beers first.
No.
You can have a beer.
Let him have a beer.
No, you can have a beer first.
Let him have a beer.
You can have a beer first.
Get comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, way to go. I just blew it up.
That is the Corey Limpert.
Yes, the Corey
Middle
Limpert
hit
joins
son
us.
of a bitch.
Yes, he hits hard.
All
Very hard.
right. So we were talking Pat Maroon, under contract officially now, passed his physical, signed on the dotted line. I think it's a good move.
Absolutely, great move.
It's 1 year, 1.75 million.
And I think
It's a low risk move.
It's not only low risk, but we'll have that net presence back, and we'll also have another.
He's kind of like a poor man's David Backus.
I wouldn't even say poor man's David Backus, because David Backus is the poor man's David Backus.
But David Backus is a rich man's David Backus.
He is a rich man now.
Getting paid like a rich
Very
man.
true.
Yeah.
If you're going that route,
That's
yes.
fine.
Now, player wise,
I'd say
at
he's
this
on
point,
par.
I'd say he's.
we got to see how he is from the back. The back surgery.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said
Everybody's
back
already
surgery.
talking about lines.
You always
Oh
gotta
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talk. Well, let's put Patrick Maroon on the first line. I don't know if that's a smart idea or not. I don't know if that's a smart idea right away. You know.
I think they'll break him in.
You know.
I mean,
Schwartz,
they'll
Shen,
break him in
Tarasenko
slowly.
looked pretty good last year.
I see him as being like a third line guy.
Yeah.
He may work his way up to the second or first line.
Yeah. I'd say 3.
Stick him on the fourth line and beat everybody up.
Could. I mean,
He is capable of doing it.
Berglund's gone, so
That's right.
He never beat anybody up anyway.
he may have in his mind.
Is this possible?
Just beat you up.
So
Possible. Thank you, man.
I think that was a very savvy move.
Very good.
I mean, if you look at his track record,
Not only is it a great move from a player perspective,
PR.
but also PR move. He's gonna be hungry, coming back to his hometown, got something to prove.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something? Let's just say I'm not gonna say it, but I will point to this word right there, meaning you know what I mean. It says that
Eons?
that C word. Wouldn't that bring it awesome if he brought that C word
not
to
that
St.
C word some of you were thinking of.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be cool if he brought that
What's-
C
what's
word
that?
to
What word's
St.
that?
Louis?
I think it's a lot to put on a guy's shoulder
I
coming back
agree,
from back surgery.
but
especially since he's not the goalie.
you can do anything better than
Okay,
Allen
so
right now. So.
Patrick Maroon, welcome to this,
Absolutely.
welcome to your hometown.
Welcome to your hometown.
Hey, right here.
So
right
okay,
here.
before we go to the big splash, let's hit the surrounding pieces.
Okay.
Chad Johnson, backup goalie, definite big
Ochocinco?
step back. Huh?
Ochocinco?
Yes, definitely a big step back from Hutton. Huge step back. He's I think been in the league 8-9 years, and he's had like 6 or 7 different franchises. So big step back.
Well, yes, from Carter Hutton, absolutely.
But I think they were kind of trying to explain this to me. They were like, well, maybe this is a psychological thing to take the pressure off of Jake. Because Jake was always like, well, Elliott is at least on par with me, if not better. Hutton last year proved that he was like, Hutton's better than me.
Right.
So this way it's like, there ain't nobody better than you. You got to do it.
Yeah. It's going to be a sink or swim thing for them this year. Unless
I
they
see
pull
a lot
some
of
crazy
sinking.
thing.
I see a lot of sinking.
Yeah, I mean, unless they pull some crazy thing, I still think they're trying to get Carey Price.
They could, but how are they going to get him under the cap?
They're
Who
gonna,
did you say?
Carey Price.
You've been pining for Carey Price.
You just need to buy a Carey Price jersey and get
Well-
it over and done with.
Carey Price and Matt
You can go to,
Pacioretty.
NHL.com and you can customize the Blues jersey. That's
right.
Put Price on.
Hey, I don't
Price,
care.
too much for St. Louis.
I don't care.
Right.
I think he would be an upgrade, but I don't think
dude.
I don't think he's a cup presence. I don't think he's.
Who's out there?
I
Who
don't
else
think
is
he's
out
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Who else is out there?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Who, you talking about Price? You talking about Price? Is not knowing Marc-Andre Fleury?
Right. Even at this stage of Fleury's career, he is still not him.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Unless you put, an all-star defense in front of Allen, you're going to have the same song, different year.
Well,
It's a valid point.
And that was basically just walking it back from, okay, now you've got Chad Johnson back there, which is like, you might as well put, a stick and, a paperclip guy in goal. All right, so let's look at the other moves. You signed David Perron, 4 years, $16 million.
that's another.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, that's another.
I
steam move.
like the move. I don't like what we paid for the move.
I like it in the short term.
If it was 2 years, I'd been like,
Well, if you could have signed him to an 18-month contract,
18
Right.
I was like, that's perfect.
player basis contract. Score a goal, you get $1 million.
Or just do the 2 years, and then we'll do like the NBA 10-day contracts.
Yeah.
because I think he's going to be. Who's that defenseman that everybody hates on this team right now?
Bowmeister.
Yes. In 3 years, he is going to be Bowmeister,
Yeah. Yeah.
which should be good because Bowmeister.
Or
will
he'll
go.
be Berglund again.
Oh, I don't think he'll get as
You
bad
know?
as Berg.
He's a better player than Berglund. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, I don't doubt that, but
could be
that's
esteemed.
not what you're paying for.
Right.
Right.
So I don't like it. I mean, I think in the short term, it's okay. It's, putting a patch over the hole.
Yeah.
And I'm David Perron, don't get me wrong. He was, instrumental in the
He's
cup
got
run.
speed. That's the only
He
thing
does
he's
have-
got good for him. He's got
He's-
speed.
I'm just saying long term, I don't
He's
like
not.
it.
He's. No, I don't think it's a great move spending wise. I like Perron. I'm not a huge Perron fan. I do like him as a player,
Yeah.
but from the long term, yes, a problem. For a short term, if it was like what was the sign? What was the money amount?
For Perron?
Yes.
4 years, $16 million.
I would have 2 years for 8.
Two for 8, 2 for 9.
I think that would have been perfect.
Right.
But
All right.
I know that he likes St. Louis.
He's 30 years old. He's played 11 seasons, and he's only had 20 or more goals in a season 3 times. For playing 11 years and you only scored 20 or more goals 3 times, that's not what this team needs.
Yeah, no.
All right. So before we hit the other big one, Tyler Bozak, another center, 32, 3 years, $15 million. Don't like this one at all.
I think you should have did 2 years at like 8.
Right.
But at that time, of why he made that signing is because he didn't know if that Ryan O'Reilly trade was going to happen.
Right.
So I understand. So yes, he overpaid. He came out and said he overpaid.
Well, I think also part of that is because if you heard around the league when he was approaching these top tier free agents, they were like, St. Louis, no,
Yeah.
I'm good.
There was a lot of them like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
With that trade happening, that's why. Which I understand from a business move, not the greatest, but at that point in time, you're like, okay, you know what? If this is what I got to do for this to happen, I guess I got to do it. Kind of twist your arm, kind of thing.
oh, big time twist.
Right. So then what's
So
left?
we've covered everything else.
Yes, we have covered everything else.
So let's go for the cherry on top.
Okay.
Let's go for Ryan O'Reilly.
Ryan O'Reilly.
And you got rid of Berglund and Sobotka.
Yep.
Tage Thompson, I think he gets an incomplete. He's young. He may
Right.
still develop.
Yeah. They didn't have a place for him.
And they didn't have to give up Thomas,
That's true.
which was great.
That's true.
Or
They gave up a
Carson.
couple more picks. He's only 27. He's had 9 seasons, and he's already had 4 seasons of 20 or more goals. So he's played less time than Perron and had more 20-goal seasons.
Right.
That's what we need.
This is the thing. This is the thing I like about Ryan O'Reilly. You can just see that he's hungry. Maroon's hungry.
Yeah.
Bozak seems pretty hungry. And all 3 of them that come in and they get hungry. I think it could just start a fire for the other
The
players.
only problem I see with O'Reilly, and this is not a knock on him, this is where he came from. He was with Colorado and Buffalo. Those are the only 2 franchises he's known.
Right.
Buffalo, armpit of the NHL, not good.
Right.
His entire tenure there,
Right.
no playoffs,
Right.
no playoff experience.
Right.
So he has not played in the playoffs since 2013,
You can't tell me that
2014.
dude's hungry for the playoffs.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Right.
But, I mean, even if they get there this year, there might be a learning curve. Just getting, back
Sure.
into that, this intensity needs to go up a couple
A little
levels.
bit, yeah.
I think it was good for Perron to be in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't take that away from him.
And not only that, that helps contribute to the other guys like Ryan O'Reilly, who hasn't even been in the playoffs, much less the Stanley Cup Finals. Hey, dude, it's a little bit more intense up there, just to let you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, overall, I think that's an A+ trade, right?
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
You got rid of 2 guys that were basically taking up roster spots and money to a guy who's going to get a lot more money, but in theory should be worth it. Even more so maybe than Tarasenko.
Yeah.
In a sense. I know Brandy was telling me, she said she's worried about
Brandy? Our
Brandy.
superfan Brandy?
Yeah, who's supposed
By
to
the
be
way,
here.
where is she?
Yeah, she's supposed to be here. She thinks there's going to be too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. That is
That's baseball. Indians, that's my
No,
team.
no, that's a direct quote from her. So
I saw it, but I don't understand. It's hockey. How can you have Chiefs and Indians? Isn't Yo? Isn't he the chief?
it's supposed to be.
Okay.
I don't know.
Or maybe they'll start off slow, they'll fire Yo and bring in a coach who can actually bring his players to the next level.
No, I don't think that'll happen. Not yet. Well, maybe.
I think it could very well happen, especially if they get off to a start like they did last year, and then they slack off again. And if it's not Jake Allen's fault,
That's true.
it's got to go on somebody.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, if you had the start that you had last year and everybody's playing to par,
Yep.
not great, how we should be.
Not great.
Dude, I mean, all just like the whole Matheny thing right now could be pointing at the head coach.
Very much so.
I agree with that.
So we kind of covered, everything. Let's cover a couple of injury concerns I have.
For Blues?
Yes.
Okay.
You got Gunnarsson coming back from an ACL tear. You've got Tarasenko coming back from shoulder surgery. You've got Fabry coming back from brittleness. And you lost Carter Hutton to Buffalo. Of those three people that they're going to get back, Fabry, Tarasenko, and Gunnarsson, do you see any of those issues, injuries being issues going into the season?
The only one I could think of is the reason why that they gave the signing to Fabry. They're trying to catch lightning in a bottle, and hopefully he can get back to the.
Well, there's just a 1-year deal. And the kid's only 22. That's the sick
yeah.
thing. He's only 22
Yeah.
years old.
And he had a phenomenal year the last year before he got hurt.
Yep.
That would have been
2 years ago.
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
He had 29 points.
Crazy.
And then before that, he had 37 points in 2015, 2016. Kid's
So,
got talent. He just can't stay healthy. Put him in bubble wrap out there.
I just hope he can get there. I can hope he can be to where he was.
Of those guys, I'm most concerned about Tarasenko. Because hockey isn't like other sports, where like baseball, if you have like a shoulder injury or something and you're not a pitcher, you can kind of, massage it. Hockey, but I'm saying hockey is a full contact sport.
Right.
I mean, you get hit with the lower body, you get hit with the shoulder, and the injury that actually hurt his shoulder looked pretty harmless. So I'm just worried about that becoming a recurring issue.
Could be. Hopefully this
And
corrects it.
and he's not that much of a physical player to begin with.
No,
Yeah.
he thinks he is.
No.
He thinks he is.
Oh no, but
He's not.
no, he's soft as bread right out of the oven.
He's soft as you are. When you cramp up in right center field in a tournament.
I'm just gonna drink myself.
You remember that? You remember that? We were playing co-ed and you were like, hey, did you bring
So,
that?
in the soccer news,
Did you bring that Pedialyte? I'm cramping.
God damn you. Yes, I do recall that.
That was funny.
So Ray, any soccer coverage you want to talk about?
Soccer coverage?
I haven't been following.
I don't believe he's a communist. So.
We don't do soccer in our family.
Okay, yeah.
So
Because it's like what is it, Ron
Well,
Burgundy
it's
was
the-
like,
it's the FIFA World
touchdowns,
Cup.
home runs, and no soccer.
Yeah.
no soccer.
No soccer.
We don't do soccer.
I'd like to care, but I don't.
No, I really don't. Everybody's talking about like, well, we'll go around ball. And hey, did you see that? I'm like, no, sure didn't.
No, sorry.
There's people in my break room at work. The door will be shut, and you'll hear them in there going, "Oh!" I'm like, they're watching soccer, aren't they? Like,
And that's how we are when we watch hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
that's different. Something's happening.
Right.
Soccer, nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening till the ball gets real close
Oh,
to
he's
the goal.
still 60 yards
right.
away from the goal. Oh,
Right. I got you.
I will never understand that. So.
All right. So you don't care about soccer. You don't care about Wimbledon. Do you even?
Oh, hey, Wimbledon.
Oh, you do care about
The
Wimbledon.
big guy got knocked out today. I did see that. That came across on my ESPN
was that,
ticket.
Nadal?
Nadal. Yeah, he got knocked
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
I was just guessing.
That's
I
all.
was like,
That's
the only
all.
name I can
That's
remember. I was like, Agassi.
and moving on to the next sport.
Yeah, I was
Sampras.
That's all we need to say.
I was thinking Agassi.
Pete Sampras. Holy moly.
Nice name drop.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you even want to gloss over NBA free agency?
No.
You didn't want to
No.
talk about the Lakers signing Rajon Rondo?
No. I think that's the stupidest thing he could have ever done.
Oh no! From a marketing standpoint, he's already
Sure.
here. It's miles just like
Sure, but you know what?
To do his
he
stupid
doesn't
little
have
gay
to-
thing?
But that means he doesn't have to do it as much as he's been asked to do in the past.
he's still not going to win a championship there.
True.
Not right now.
True. He'd have been smart. He'd have went to
He doesn't
Boston.
have to be smart. He's rich.
You don't
I
have to be
get that.
smart.
Right.
It's true. I get it.
Your facial expression.
I don't want the Boston though.
You went to Boston?
I would have went to Boston
Okay.
because I cared.
All right. Did you have anything else
That's
you
it.
wanted to talk
Blues
about?
related?
Hockey? Blues?
No.
Anything? Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
You covered it.
Did you want to talk about the current baseball season?
As I'm seeing it right now, that Dexter Fowler grounded out, so that's nothing new.
That's par for the course.
Hey, but he hit a grand slam yesterday.
He did hit a grand slam off the
He ran
Birmingham
into a
Barons.
baseball.
Birmingham Barons.
Is
He
it
Did
ran
Michael
into a
Jordan used to
baseball.
play for them?
Right.
He did, yeah.
I think that's who hit the home run off.
Yeah. Was that Henry Roland Gardner pitching?
I don't know what you just said.
Henry Roland Gardner? You don't remember that? Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, you don't know who?
We've
Pitcher's
had
got a
this
big
discussion.
butt.
I haven't seen that.
Pitcher's
Oh.
got a big butt.
Here we go again. Another
All
one.
right.
Mark that down.
Okay.
Mark that down.
Hey, Rookie of the Year. Here it is.
Is that
He's not seen Rookie of the Year either, along with Space Jam.
Is that the Space Jam of baseball?
I know Corey's seen Space Jam, haven't
See,
you?
look. This is what they're saying. Show
He's
it
never
again.
seen it.
Show it again. What'd you say?
I own it. I
Yeah.
own it. I just haven't seen it yet.
Right.
He hasn't
right.
seen Rookie of the Year either.
Right. Exactly.
I've got it.
Thank you.
See,
Whatever
she
you
knows
said,
who
yeah.
it is.
Henry Roland Gardner, whatever you said.
Right.
Henry
I still don't know what
Roland
you're
Gardner.
saying.
Rowan Garden.
Amy Winehouse? What are you saying?
She just threw up this instead.
Oh,
She threw
Lord.
up the big L.
Anyway.
All right.
So, the baseball
Baseball, Cardinals currently still lodged in third place.
lodged. Keyword.
Still stuck in neutrals where I look at it. As
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
All right, so
But hey, they're going to get Machado, so
they're gonna get Machado.
yeah, right on.
Sure, I see that happening.
I don't.
Just like the Blues got Barry Trotz.
All right, so we're like 3 or 4 games away from the All-Star break.
Yes.
Are you guys excited about the All-Star break?
I'm glad Yachty got in.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Me too.
I think they were kind of crappy
Miles-
about how he got in.
I think they were too. And Miles Mikolas definitely deserved
Oh, he
it.
deserved it.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
doubt.
Now,
no
is
doubt.
he actually going to make it? Because he's scheduled to start on Sunday. I'd be like, Mike,
I wouldn't
Like,
let
I'm
him.
out. I'm out.
I wouldn't let him pitch.
I wouldn't let him pitch.
Well, he said from what I heard today, he said, I wouldn't mind a start in the middle of the All-Star break, meaning the All-Star game. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I thought it was, very interesting that the guy that they basically took a flyer on was 2 years, $16 million.
It's completely panned out.
And baseball money is like nothing.
Right.
And an All-Star first year, that's not bad.
Right.
Not bad at all.
And then Dexter Fowler made the no, wait a minute, he didn't make the team. Tommy Pham? No, he didn't make the team.
Marcel Ozuna.
Yachty got named in because Posey was doing his hair that day.
Posey is a poser. That's why. Posey
what?
just didn't want to play.
He didn't want to play.
He's hurt.
He has hip surgery, minor hip surgery.
Is he getting a mole removed? What,
He's getting his manhood removed. What he's probably getting.
is he getting that thing where they like tighten up the V or whatever?
Whoa.
Getting the revitalization?
Ouch.
Yeah, I just went there.
I don't even know what to say to you right now.
I wish I had $1,000 for every time you said that.
So you'd be rich.
I'd be making some bank.
Yeah, right.
Right on.
But
Are you excited for the game, or just
No.
that the players are there, or
I'm excited for the
home
derby.
run derby?
I
or
like the
anything?
derby. I
I
like
think
watching
everybody
the
likes the derby.
We always, it always seems every year, like, I go to watch it, I'll get on Facebook and I'll post, okay, place your bets, who's going to win? And, like, I'll get a bunch of buddies together and be like, oh, $10 on this guy, $10 on this guy. I'm like, well, I'll bet you screw around and have a good time. That's always fun.
I mean, I think universally that's the one thing, because that's what we all like. We all tune in to see. Ooh, show me a ball hit far.
Right, exactly. That's what everybody wants to see is home.
We could get Limpert in there.
Yeah, I think he would do well, especially with some stadiums.
We would definitely have to have a pitcher's net if you were in the home run derby, because you'd kill somebody.
I have been people at home run derby before.
I don't doubt that for a second.
I don't know, never. Not you.
Are they around to talk about it still?
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, try again. All right.
But let's see. Trading after the All-Star game, trade deadline will be
Yep,
coming up
end
soon.
of the month. Trading deadline. Cardinals, buyers, sellers.
Definitely sellers.
Really?
Have to be.
So on this team, who are they selling?
I probably, if I had to pinpoint one person at this point in time, at this second, Jose Martinez.
He's probably one of your more valuable assets. Definitely American League team.
Yeah.
Since him and Carpenter, you can't put anywhere with a glove.
No.
Even
though, did you see the defensive specs on him? He's actually having a really good year defensively.
Martinez or Carpenter?
Carpenter.
Okay.
So
at what position?
Either third and first. He's both higher up than he's used to be.
What does that tell you about the talent level of those positions? Exactly.
But I was just trying to be positive.
I know. I'm just saying.
Not great.
Exactly.
Because they were running through like the first base, for like the American League. I was like, these guys suck.
It's pretty bad when I'm sitting with my wife watching a Cardinal game, and you see Jose Martinez at first, and he goes to try to pick a ball, and he misses it, and your wife says, "You could add that."
Now, I'm not sure if that's some sort of backhanded compliment.
It wasn't. I looked at her. I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Because on the one hand, you're like, "Hey, thanks," and the other hand, you're like, "Hey."
Well, and some simple ones. I mean, there was one the other night that he just went and just went. He went in his glove and pretty much threw it in the stand. She's like,
and I feel bad for the guy because he's put a lot of work in.
Yeah.
But some people just aren't naturally gifted that way.
Yeah.
He can hit like hell.
Oh, absolutely.
And the two games.
Well, you
I
can't
went
put
to,
him in the outfield.
I know. But I mean, the 2 games I went to where the Cardinals were playing the Indians, no matter where they threw him the damn ball, he would just reach out wherever it was and he would just hit the ball. I mean, he would just nice line drive everywhere.
Right.
It's just sick.
And that's the thing, like, he's got a great plate presence, great hitter all around, but he just looks so unorthodox, uncomfortable for anyone, even in an outfield.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's when he came up. He came up as an outfield, and then you move him, and he played a little first base this and there, and then they're like, "All right, you got it. First base is yours."
And where else are you gonna put him?
Well, true, because of the abundance of outfielders. But, they're like, you got this is yours, and then you just threw him in the fire. Now, at a major league standpoint, probably not a good idea to just throw somewhere that's not routinely playing there every day. Probably not good.
That's sage advice. I like it.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
It's sage advice, or Jake, whichever one.
LP's on there. Hi, LP.
Hey, what's up? What, no volleyball tonight?
I guess not.
Colby! I was chatting with Colby on LinkedIn today.
Yeah?
I was like, did the Hallbrook hit you up for a jersey? Because I will wear that on one of the shows. I'm not kidding, I will.
I have a Kevin Bazat jersey.
I'd wear that too.
Oh, Carpenter make a heck of a play.
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
Right next to that guy right there.
And,
he was
and look, they're
trying to-
laughing. They're like our team can't do that. They just show Chicago fans.
That happens.
All right, so you're saying the Cardinals are going to be sellers?
Yes.
Just Jose Martinez?
No, I think they'll make some
What
moves.
about Bud Norris?
No, I don't think they can make it.
But if you're selling, you're looking towards the future.
True, correct.
And if you don't think you're going to the postseason, Bud Norris has got to be a great bargaining chip at this point.
True, but you got to look towards the future as well.
That's what we're talking about.
I know, but I don't think that fits in because
We got to look towards the future, but you got to look towards the future.
You know what I mean? Like he can't. You still got to have it. You still got to stay here because he's only 2 years? I think he signed for.
I thought he was signed for the 1 year.
Was he signed for just 1 year or 2? Bud Norris. I thought it was 2 years.
Come on, Dustin, look it up.
Yeah, right. That he's not even doing it. Yeah, right. Oh my God.
I'm going to say 2. I think he signed for 2.
Survey says no.
I thought he did 1 year, $6 million.
No. Okay, sure. Say you did. Okay, say you got him for the 1 year.
Okay.
You've caught lightning in a bottle with him too. You can use him towards the future.
But you could do Jordan Hicks as your closer in training.
True. Very true. Very true.
And then you could push Tui back to your setup man.
Yeah.
And then you could have Brett Cecil over there cheering.
He needs to be.
And you could have Greg Holland just doing this.
Yeah, I mean he's doing that right now in the bullpen anyway.
He was dealing the other night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the other team was hitting his.
It happens. It happens. But
lot.
he has been trending on the upside.
Yes.
lately.
Everybody's going to have those hiccups.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're saying they're going to be sellers, but somehow with an eye to the this future.
Shut.
Okay, so let me throw out something crazy. Obviously, everyone's in on Machado. I mean,
Where's
everybody
he
would
going
like
to
to have
land,
him.
right?
Where do you think he'll land?
Ideally, I'd like to see him land in Cleveland.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see him in St. Louis. But
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But I don't think
doesn't Jose Ramirez play third base?
they would move him to second because he was an all-star basically last year at second.
Okay.
And Kipnis is basically playing like he thinks he's Dexter Fowler.
He is Dexter Fowler at this point.
Right. So
Not great.
if you trade for Machado, put him at third,
He doesn't want to play third.
he would play third if he could get to the postseason.
True.
Especially since he can do whatever he wants next year.
True.
So,
Go there, win a World Series, go to the Yankees and win another one.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Give me my World Series, and everybody wins. All right, but let me throw out a crazy curveball.
Okay.
Everybody's obviously Machado. There's another big-time free agent or big-time player who's going to be a free agent next year, and his team is currently trending down.
Yep.
I'm talking about Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Would you trade for Bryce Harper?
You trade every player on the team for Bryce Harper right now.
Even though he's having the worst hitting year of his career. He's batting
He
about
won't-
218.
He won't. Number one, I don't think he'll sign in St. Louis. The only way I'm making a move for that is for the future. So if I was a sign and trade kind of thing, where you could be like, okay, you're getting traded. You want to get traded to St. Louis? Yes. Okay. Well, St. Louis will only trade for you if you sign a long-term deal. If he decides to sign a long-term deal, absolutely.
Well, in that same vein, you could do it because look at what, if you do this, what's he going to make? About $35 million a year? Okay. Wainwright's making 20. Fowler's making 17. After this year, Wainwright more than likely gone.
He's off the books.
If you cut ties with Fowler, you just freed up $37 million.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a
Welcome
winner.
to St. Louis, Mr. Harper.
Yeah.
We have a winner.
Because that's all you do. Get him in the door and be like, hey, we'll give you $37 million a year. I'm pretty sure he'd be like, I'd definitely think about that.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
Right.
Brady says she's so excited for us. I don't know what that means.
She just got off work, but she's
Oh,
in Farmington.
I mean,
but
we're
she's
not
coming
we're
up.
not in Farmington.
But she's coming in.
Oh,
she's coming up.
She's coming up. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for
Farmington
her.
seems
but-
like it's far away.
Hey, it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's about
45 minutes
it's
an
about
hour
15 minutes away.
And
in light years?
yeah, that's Buzz. I'm not sure.
I see what you
Like
did.
that.
I see what you did there.
All right, so we kind of threw out that whole scenario of Machado and Harper. Anything else besides, obviously bashing Dexter Fowler with his, Little League Grand Slam last night? Good
Little
for
League.
him. So, did we say thanks to the Sports Pub again?
We did.
We did? In
Thank
this
you,
segment?
Sports Pub.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
No, yeah. Did we? I don't remember. Hey, thanks to the Sports Pub
Yeah.
for having us.
We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Our server Angie's been very nice.
Oh yeah.
Tara and
Bringing me
Colleen,
plenty of beers.
Tara and Colleen set all this up, gave us our little room.
Yeah, it's very nice in here.
right,
Nice air
so-
conditioning, food, beer, good time.
All right.
How was your burger, by the way?
My burger was actually excellent.
Good.
It was 2 really thick patties. I had tomato, lettuce, and mustard, how I like it. Chips were very crispy. Excellent.
Always a plus.
Did you have ribs?
I did not have ribs.
Hey,
I
aren't
come
you
in,
supposed
hey,
to go
where's my
somewhere?
ribs at? I'm like, what?
Aren't you supposed to buy ribs?
No,
for
I
us?
was not supposed to buy ribs.
You owe us ribs
I do
sometimes,
not owe
don't
you ribs. Just because I ate them in front of you one time does not mean
I
I
know.
owe you ribs.
Do you guys want some? None for you.
I mean,
And I'm your brother.
I don't share
Jeez.
food.
You look like
Come
Joey,
on.
like they're like,
Joey doesn't
like
share.
I'm not even sorry.
No, I'm not.
All right, so one little, how baseball likes to kind of mix it up every 5-10 years, adding the wild card, adding the second wild card. So,
Are you presenting a third wild card?
no, I'm presenting a different idea.
I'm presenting a 4th wild card.
In the baseball season, there's kind of like an unofficial first half, which is right before the All-Star break. And then you have the second half, which is after the All-Star break.
Oh, so you're going to do it like NASCAR?
Well, just like, what was it, the 1980 or 1981 season when they had the strike? You had the first half of the season, there was a champion. And then there was the second half of the season, there was another champion. Because I think it was 1981, the Cardinals actually finished with an overall best record, but they were second in both halves. So they did not make the postseason. So what if, with this revamped wild card, what if you had a first half division winner and a second half division winner, and then you had an overall wild card?
I'd be all right with that.
Well, because you have teams like the Marlins, you have teams like the Reds, you have teams like the White Sox and the Royals that are done right now. But they're done right now. Their fan bases are like, I don't care about the second half. That's 70 games of nothing. But I mean, in theory, they could stock up and they could win the second half. You don't like that?
I don't like it because of the trade deadline. You have the trade deadline. Hey, we suck. Let's go load up if we can.
Right, but if you had that really crappy team that finished 80 games out of first in the first half,
You can kind of turn around and do like LaRussa did, and what was that, 06?
or 11, where you basically could take a very mediocre team and somehow make it work in the second half. Because how many teams in the second half had a great first half and then they tanked?
A lot.
Look at the Dodgers last year. Would the Dodgers have won that second half?
Yes.
They would not.
Oh,
have won.
no, I think. Sorry.
They would not have won the second half.
No.
So that would have made things interesting. So, just presenting that as a nugget, a warm, lukewarm chicken McNugget.
Not a fan.
All right.
Ew.
So-
If you would have said Chick-fil-A nugget, I'd have been all over it.
Chick-fil-A is better.
Yes.
Much better.
Is there anything else we should talk about, Ray? Or
I don't know if Corey's ready to come on over and hang out with us. Hey Corey, you want to come over and hang out with us for a minute?
He's too busy. He's got his big picture over there.
Okay.
he's got his ladies over there.
Yeah. Let's picture down there and grab that boat. I don't want him to
Go that
step
way.
up. Okay, I'm going.
We may have
Just
to
for a minute.
we may have to
Yeah, that's fine.
widen the angle out
He
here.
can step back here. That's fine.
Do I need a chair?
No, come stand
Sit on your lap.
Absolutely.
Santa.
You can come stay right here.
As long as you don't bug me.
No. Mr. Lippert has kind enough to join us tonight.
I got a Dirty Bird shirt down there.
What?
You probably need a
He'll
bigger
come in,
one
it's a
now.
delay.
Yeah, don't worry about what you see.
You got one of those. Don't say you don't.
I wear it to lead.
There you go. That's why we're mine.
Character loves that.
No, yeah. Yeah, you remember the night I struck him out?
No.
You were there.
Wolves.
At Wolves. I struck out character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You were there.
I'm sure we'll get a text about that.
He apparently
He even admitted it.
Yeah, he told Freak. I didn't even say nothing about it.
Yeah.
He told Freak, he was like, Holbrook struck me out.
I know. The next day he was like, "Don't tell Holbrook, but the fucker struck me out."
I
was like, I'm pretty sure he knew.
I was there. I was there.
He's like, "But don't tell him that I told you."
He's got his.
Sure, he told everybody.
Oh yeah, he's got his brewskis. Yeah, the nice. And you're wearing.
See, respectable beer.
hey.
And he's got the Dudley
Oh, he does
shirt
have
on.
that.
Oh, supporting the Dudley.
That'll make the sponsor happy.
Oh, absolutely.
Mike Moore probably actually like that.
I need to get with
Does
Senior. I like
Junior
his
play with
shorts.
you guys?
Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew Senior did. I wasn't sure if Junior
No, well, senior runs the team. Junior runs the outfield.
did. Okay. He runs out there.
So, I heard you guys, not only we were talking about how you guys finished, you guys obviously finished first, so that was awesome. But how did you guys...
Undefeated?
You went undefeated, correct? Okay. What about, I heard you guys, Chet was telling me you guys were down like 7 or 9 or something?
We were down 9, and it was the last thing, so bottom of 6. Time was running out against a team from Columbia, and we ended up coming back to win that.
That's awesome.
That was a big confidence boost for us.
Oh, I bet.
Really? You guys need a confidence boost, really?
Hey, you know what?
It's probably
everybody
one of the
has
few
their
times you've been
struggle.
down.
No, as a team, it's been up and down. You know, we started out really hot. Everybody gels well, but here lately it's like we just haven't hit that stride. And
Is it from not
and
playing?
I can't explain it. It's we go into every game with the confidence that we can win, but it's just
You guys should. You guys are freaking talented.
Yeah.
We've got the talent.
I hate talented people.
They do have a talented roster.
You can't buy it.
That's true.
That's true.
Can't true. So Kenny pitches for you guys. What do you play short?
Playing second
You're
now.
playing second.
I was I can't. There's no reason I should ever play short.
Oh,
I was playing third. We've moved Brett to third.
Okay.
And put Brady up the middle,
Okay.
which has been a really good move. Brett was lights out at third this weekend. You got Sean Keeney at short. You're not going to find better hands for business.
Absolutely.
And if you're looking to get a base hit, you should probably go backside because our second baseman's sketchy at best. And then
So you're saying you have limited range?
Yeah. Anymore, and then it's so Beal and Willie are rotating off at first
Jesus.
It's not a bad.
Who's the starter there?
between the two.
Yeah.
It just depends on who we put in the outfield and who's
Where do you
there.
put Willie if he doesn't start?
Right field. Willie will start right, and then Beal at first, and then you got Junior up the middle and center, and then you got Mack and left.
You can do a two-man outfit with Junior. He is that sick.
He gets a great.
I saw him make a play. What was it? It was in St. Charles, I think, last year, where he climbed the center field fence and brought a home run back. I mean,
Well, I wish he'd try that sometime soon. I'm tired of seeing him get gapped.
He's a great dude. He's a great person.
And the thing about it is, we have fantastic players, but they're even better guys. You know, our whole team just gels, and it's we have just as much fun off the field as we do on the field.
that's a big part of it.
And like I've played with you, I've played with Beal and Willie and Shilly and all those guys. I mean, there's not. When we were playing in Florida last year, when I was with ADM, there was not just a silence in the dugout. Everybody was always laughing and having a good time. And so with those guys on that team, with him and Leach,
Even with the humble Willie D?
oh, he was the one cracking the most jokes.
I bet.
Yeah, the humble.
Ultimate Warrior looking.
He is Ultimate Warrior. But yeah, I would never. I'm glad he's my friend because I'd never mess with him. I'll tell you
Shit,
that. Yeah. So, unlike that one tournament when we were playing at Wolves a couple months ago, and that dude from Newbury, he plays left at church all the time, and you can't ever hear him. You can't understand him.
Yeah.
Willie was about to kill him.
It's
Having been bad for him.
someone in so Willie pulled his hamstring second game this weekend. Tweaked it a little bit, and he still stayed in to hit. And the second baseman for Chicken Hawks made a comment after he had gotten a base hit through the right side and hobbled to first, and that didn't sit well.
Yeah, I could see that.
There you go. Hey, Bear.
We
Yeah.
shut him up pretty quick.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll do that.
That's not smart, though.
No.
I mean, if you have a team like that, a complete team, why would you sit there and add fuel to their fire? That's just dumb.
I told him we were talking about it. I texted him back and forth, said, hey, great job, whatever. We were talking about the names and stuff. And I was like, that's not a good idea to not only make Willie mad, but to make that whole team mad.
Right.
Not a good idea.
Especially,
Well,
like you said, if
the-
you've got a good chemistry where everybody, is
That-
on everybody's wavelength.
That happened the game that we were down. We weren't playing well, and the whole dugout was quiet. Brady made an amazing play up the middle. It was a once-in-a-lifetime play. Guy hit a ball back up the middle. They had a runner on first, 2 outs, and it came back on him, and he dove, and he reached behind him and caught it, flipped it to second. The guy was out by a half step. Umpire called him safe. They started barking about it, and that got our whole team fired up, and we completely flipped the table.
It doesn't
after
take
that,
much.
and it's
It doesn't take much, especially you guys.
well, the fact of the matter is, for a guy to make a play like that much talent, and to blatantly have him be called safe when he was out,
Right.
just, I mean, it
You
didn't
said you
sit
had
well.
some. You said you had some questionable calls.
On that game. I'm not one to complain about umpires unless it's Jake Bell because he's the worst in the business.
Poor Jake.
Yeah.
Flip flop.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we hashtag Jake for this?
Ooh-wee. That's why we can't have
Yeah.
nice things. But yeah, he's between him and John down at Wolves, man. It's It's sketchy down there sometimes, you know.
Jake's a buddy of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Because he even brought it up to me last night about it.
Oh, did it?
He's like, I thought you said you never give umpires a hard time. I'm like, well, just you. And it's so funny because he'll come up to me and be like, man, you know I believe that.
Well, it is. That's a good thing though, because he'll come up to me sometimes and be like, you know what? I think that guy was safe. He's like, or he'll ask me, were you on the bag? Yeah. Okay. Or whatever. Why do you keep dropping stuff?
Like third time's a charm?
Yeah. We can't have nice things.
You know the definition of insanity.
But anyway, so. Well, I'm glad you came up and had a few beers and hung out with us.
Thanks
and
for
stuff.
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any of the Dudley
We've got
guys
a
are
waiver for you to sign.
Any of the Dudley guys are always welcome. We always try to get J Hall and.
Where's mine? Well, Jay Hall's not Dudley.
No, well, I know.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, I
Let's
know,
not get
I
carried
know.
away.
I hope he's watching.
Yeah, if you want to get any of the
No, he's
wars
not
up
working.
here.
No, he's not working. I asked him, I'm like, you coming up? And he's like, oh,
Well,
dude.
we were supposed to ride together. He
Okay.
texted me and he got caught up at work.
That happens.
Or whatever he's doing. He's
Oh,
walking around.
whatever he's doing.
So who catches for you guys?
Nick Bozer will catch. Or play right, Willie will catch. I'll catch. Shit. Yeah,
Could you
really.
imagine a throw coming home and a runner looking at Willie? Be
I,
like,
know, I would stop.
right.
I would stop, throw my hands up. I'm out. I'm out. Of course, you know, me and Willie are friends, so he'd be like a little friendly tag, a little friendly run through,
little
and
friendly
then,
grab you,
and then he
pick you
gets up and kills
Friendly
me.
elbow to the
Right, exactly. Then he gets up and kills me. But yeah, I mean, those guys are a ball. I mean, when I first started playing, I played with him, and Kenny and Scotty and all those guys. Man, we always had fun together back in the day. We always had a good time.
I'll tell you what.
Was it back at Sun Valley?
It was
Kenny,
back in Sun-
Kenny coming to pitch this year after all. Nobody needs to know what happened.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's been a blessing. Kenny's great up the middle. He throws strikes. He's a leader. Troy Summerfield's going to come along with us and help kind of coach the infield as well as pitcher. I mean, you won't find a better knowledge guy in the business.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going in the right direction coming into this part of the year. And
So when do you guys play next?
we've got.
There's got to be some state or world or something.
Yeah, so we're playing. I can't say it because we're going on under a different name. But we got ASA State, we've got NSA State. As long as some of the gold teams are going to hang around and play, coming up at the end of the month, and we got U-Trip State. After that, then we're
Yeah, it's all like back to back to
You
back.
guys going to Vegas?
Vegas. Pretty sure I'm not allowed in Vegas.
Got your picture at the state line?
Yeah.
Do not allow this person in there.
It says, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. They're like, get out.
Oh, that's
All
fun.
you gotta do is just shave this off.
Right?
Shave your yeah, it's all good.
I got a question for you. You've got a lot of softball jerseys. You probably got like a whole closet.
Used to. Yeah.
Do you still have a county jail one?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. I was talking to somebody about county jail the other day. Played like one tournament, and I got sent out of town for work. And one of the two teams, actually three teams now, I've ever been cut from.
Wow.
That was back in your younger days, though.
Yeah, no, it was just because I was never going to be there. I was just soaking up a roster spot.
It
It
happens.
was because they were going to have to play the hits. And
Ooh,
time they sent me out of town.
it happens.
Back in a different time of softball.
Yeah.
A better
Back
time.
when there were 30-team tournaments instead of 8.
Yeah, I wish I was part back then. Oh well.
How we doing over there, tech guy?
Hey, we're doing good.
I'm
Put a
glad.
handle on that phone.
Yeah, no doubt. Right?
I'm
He's
glad.
like, I
I
gorilla
hope.
glued it.
I hope because I've talked with Chad, and I've talked with Barbie, and I'm like,
I hope so.
boy, I said I hope we get to play these guys because
We got to play them. We
we're-
played you guys very early in the year at Fenn. Prime time. We only lost by 10.
Oh, it did.
No, but at that time I was like, that's not bad.
Well, we didn't play over 5 innings for the first 30 games we played.
Jesus Christ, that's not fun. It's good for you.
But I
It's
mean,
not fun.
But we
No,
only
no,
lost
it's-
13-3 though, so I
It
was like,
you know, it's just shows coming out of the winter who would hit and who hadn't.
Right.
You know, it's
Absolutely.
you know, at that point, no one's really in their group. And then things evened out. You know, we lost the NWO at Red Bud. No, that was in single elimination. And it just, you know, we lost 17-4.
Oh, wow.
Or 16-6. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But you can't expect to win.
We're all
And it's
even.
unlimited home runs.
Oh, wow.
And you know solos are out. So put it up or shut up.
Yeah.
You can't expect to win.
No.
Same way whenever we went to Pick a Dixie. But you want to talk about a fantastic tournament? There wasn't a bad team at that tournament.
Really?
Everyone hit it. The team that we lost to first was a B team out of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina area. We lost 16-6. Should we have won that game? Probably. We shouldn't have. You know, they were a great team, but I'd put us up against that.
Yeah.
But you know, and they ended up coming back. They took 4.
Wow.
You know, but there were some fantastic teams down there. Last game on Saturday at 11 o'clock, we lost 34-31 in a great game.
that game must last 2 hours.
And we just didn't play great defense that game. But beautiful fields. It's a fun tournament. I would encourage anyone to go play there.
Yeah.
That's-
We almost went. We almost went.
I think he's asking us to go next year.
That's funny. Yeah, I wish we would have went to the bush. I know people razz at you for not going to the bush, but it is what it is. Yeah, right.
Well, they probably wouldn't have let them play.
You know,
Yeah, right.
it was funny that you know, Mike offered up $5,000 to play those guys, and he didn't say a word.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you know, you can blame it on all the beer you want.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well.
Hope he's listening.
I'd love to see you guys play those guys for $5,000 because I wanted some side bets. Like I went out on that too.
I'd be doing the hit or no hit.
Right.
What bird's going on? Oh, that's a hit. Let's see. Willie
Only
D's
a
up.
wolf.
That's it. Right. All right, man.
All right.
Well, thanks for
gentlemen.
coming on.
Thanks
Yes,
for having
sir.
me.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
I go finish this bucket.
Yeah, go finish your bucket.
See you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, bub.
All right. What we got, Ray?
We got about 10 minutes, he said. So let's get
We got some Trivier.
Trivier.
Trivia.
That was fun with Corey. Always a good time.
Ooh.
He just drank his Busch Light. He said, "Ooh,
Well, I was expecting my soda, and if you're drinking soda and you get beer,
that's a little bit of a
That's
mix-up."
different.
That's a little bit. Oh, that's funny. Well, that was fun. Always to get Corey on.
and see, that's the whole idea of what we wanted to do. We want to come out here, get the people come in.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if we would have got Brandy, Scott Milliken, you got no reason not to be here.
Yeah, I agree.
Barbie could have been here.
Barbie gave me a very valid excuse why he couldn't be here, and I'm not going to share it, but he could not be here.
He had a vasectomy.
No.
The home kid?
Hold on, I'm doing something.
Oh, we. Oh, okay. All right, let's. I guess we're gonna get into some trivia.
All right.
Lord.
Do we have trivia music?
We do.
It's time to play the game.
Turn your volume up there, bub.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the volume up. Oops. Let's try this again.
Is it time to play the game?
Time to play the game. All right, I gotta get my game face on. Are you gonna switch hats? I don't think you can take me very seriously with your other hat on.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it. It's all about your debt, and if you can play it. It's all about pain, and who's gonna make it.
Sports Stalkers Trivia brought to you by
Nobody.
the Pub in Oakville.
Volume control's not been good tonight. I'm just gonna say.
We're working on it.
As Ray was saying, we want to give thanks one more time to the sports pub here at Oakville.
Absolutely.
You
Thanks
know,
again. We really
Angie,
appreciate it.
Tara, Colleen, thank you
Yeah,
very
you
much.
see that? Yeah, I said that too.
What? I got the shirt right there. You want it?
Is that why the raffle bread?
Only for you.
I mean, I never played with the same guys twice, so everybody in the county.
All right. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Now,
Here, hold on a second.
are we
Back up a
wagering your ring this time?
We are not what?
Back up a tick so I can actually see what he's saying.
You need to
This
be able to
one?
see what you need to read my lips. Can you understand the
You
words that are
understand
coming
the
out of
words
my
coming out?
mouth?
I know. I get it.
All right.
Okay.
No, we're not
I
wagering.
gotta put my headphones on the side.
Question number 1. Are we good? Can you hear me?
Hold on. Yes.
Okay. Question number 1. Patrick Maroon.
Oh Lord. Of course.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
You tell me. Hold on.
Before we
You're the one that told us we were chopped off.
hold on. Hold on. Okay, now we can start.
All right.
Anyway.
Question number 1. Patrick Maroon.
Okay.
So far in his career, Patrick Maroon has played 7 seasons between Anaheim, Edmonton, and New Jersey. He has tallied 78 goals and exactly 100 assists. Question. For his career, does he have a higher single season total of goals or assists? You got a 50-50. Does he have a higher season with goals or assists?
Wow.
I'd say goals.
Right.
I normally would always go with assists, but I'm gonna have to say goals too.
You both are going with goals? Goals is correct.
Hey.
He had 27 goals in the 2016-27 season for the Oilers.
All right. All right. All right.
The runner-up assists, 26.
How about that?
Also with the Oilers and the Devils.
How about that?
All right. Question number 2. Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is playing in his 7th and probably final season in Washington. He is batting a career-low .218 this year, but has 22 home runs and 51 ribbies. For his career, how many 100 RBI seasons does he have?
Do we get choices?
Choices: 0, 2, or 4.
I'll say 2.
I'm gonna say 0.
Ray would be correct.
0, huh?
He did have 99 RBIs in 2015.
Jesus.
With
He's getting
42
as bad
bombs
as
that year.
Dustin.
I'm up on him now.
I was surprised. You
How are
would've-
you up on me? Oh yeah, you are up. Shut up. Turn that off.
I remember my first time doing the board.
Things got a glitch in it today.
All right. Question number 3. Cardinals baseball.
Right?
With the White Sox and the Reds.
Red Sox.
Yes.
Boop, boop, boop.
White Sox and the Red Sox on the schedule before the All-Star break. Cardinals are guaranteed to not be in first place once again when the Summer Classic kicks off. Also, it's looking like this will be the last go-round for Adam Wainwright, at least in the Cardinal uniform.
True.
If Adam does not pitch another game this year, he would finish the season with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. Who would have the distinction of being the last team Adam defeated if he does not pitch another inning this year?
Choices.
Choices. You've got the Brewers, the Cubs, or the Reds.
Who he defeated?
Yes.
Brewers.
Last team that he beat. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yes.
It's either the Cubs or the Brewers. I'm gonna go with the Brewers too.
Correct answer is the Cubs.
Ooh-wee.
April 17th, they won 5-3. He pitched 5 shutout innings.
How about that? That's right. I remember seeing that.
Question number 4. Tony Romo.
Tony Nomo.
Former Dallas quarterback Tony Romo made headlines in golf recently. He won the Racing Tri-Course Amateur Championship by 9 strokes, which is golf.
Yeah.
Talk
Noteworthy.
about golf a little more, shouldn't we?
Noteworthy. This is the 2nd time he's won this tournament. He also won it in 2004.
How about that? Who'd he beat?
So that gives Tony 2 golf championships and 2 Ohio Valley Conference football championships, but 0 NFL championships.
Correct.
If you compare Tony Romo's and Troy Aikman's careers, who had more career passing yards?
I'd say Romo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
You would be correct.
There you go.
Tony had over 34,000. Troy had just over 32,000.
You know
And we'll
why?
turn it off now.
Because
Turn it off now.
Dun.
You know why?
Because he got hurt.
Yeah.
And also he had Emmett to hand off to.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Bonus question on that topic.
Oh, nice.
According to ProFootballReference.com, who is credited with more official career wins?
Between Romo and Aikman?
Yes.
I'll say Aikman.
Career wins. Career wins, you said?
Yes.
Just so I can stay one above, I'll say Aikman also.
You're both correct. He
Yeah!
has 94 wins. Tony only had 78. You figure he also went to a couple of Super Bowls.
Good Lord. What is that?
I win.
Oh, is that Dustin over there doing the board?
I don't know. He might get throat punched here in a minute.
I'm having fun tonight.
All right. Question number 5.
Okay.
All-Star game. Baseball All-Star game.
Baseball All-Star.
The Major League Baseball All-Star game started in 1933, where the first game was played in Comiskey Park,
Okay.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Next year's game is set to be hosted in Cleveland.
Are you going?
Probably not.
Probably.
And obviously this year's game is in Washington, D.C.
Right.
In the history of the game, who has the most career plate appearances with a total of 82?
Plate appearances? And
Like one player?
Okay. Choices.
Choices. You've got Hank Aaron, Stan Musial, or Willie Mays.
Man.
What did you say? Say it again. Three choices.
Hank Aaron, Stan Musial, or Willie Mays.
I'll say Willie Mays.
I'm going to go Stan Musial.
You would be correct.
He's right.
82.
Willie Mays?
Stan Musial had 72. He was tied for second.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Bonus question on that. Who has the most career All-Star home runs with a total of 6?
Out of the 3 that you mentioned? Or new
Choices?
choices? Okay, new choices.
Your choices. You got Ted Williams, Stan Musial, or Willie Mays.
I'll say Ted Williams.
It's Stan Musial.
It is Stan.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Hey, at least you got one Stan Musial, right?
Yep. And that's all I have.
That's all you
How
have?
about that?
Me and Ron Burgundy want to again thank the Sports Pub for having us.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully we can do this again.
Right on.
Yeah, had a good time.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully we get to take this on the road.
Oh, I'll give him one.
Yeah, we'll give him a prize.
Well, I mean,
I think Brandy lost her queenness, and now we have a king because he shows up to things.
True.
So it is what it is.
she'll have to make up
I'm
for
just
that.
saying.
She will have to make up for that.
Nothing against Brandy because we love her.
Yeah, we do.
She will
We
have
love
to,
her like a fat
she will
guy
have
loves
to come
cake.
on the show, and she will have to admit that Alexa Bliss is awesome.
That will never
Are we
happen.
doing Maker?
Good.
Good.
Miller?
Yeah, please. Yeah, she'll have to do that. She will have to do that.
So-
That will probably never happen, but
It would be funny though.
that would be very
It'd be a fitting punishment.
Absolutely.
All right.
go.
So before we go, Extreme Rules, July 15th, which I believe is this weekend in
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
Yep. I will be watching from Nashville,
No
Tennessee.
Lesnar.
Imagine that.
Rousey will not be competing.
Imagine that.
So,
Part-time wrestlers.
but of note, Brock Lesnar did apply for reinstatement in UFC. So in January, he will be eligible to go against Daniel Cormier.
Did you see him go nuts this past week?
I thought it was awesome.
I didn't see it.
I did.
I saw a few minutes.
It was
of
awesome.
Was he like on the mic making jokes? What?
Oh, they both were making jabs at each
Absolutely.
other.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Lesnar pushed him. And they got a little physical.
Okay. Isn't that typical?
That's typical.
Yeah, okay.
But it was cool. It was more exciting to see that in a UFC ring than it was in a WWE.
Oh yeah. Because it wasn't like, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna push you first. I'm
Right.
gonna poke you in the eye.
And then when I say something that says bleed,
Exactly. All right.
I want to wrap it up, Ron Burgundy.
Absolutely.
Ron
From
Burgundy.
Freak, myself, and Ray, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday evening.
Live from the Sports Pub with our
Yep.
friends and family.
Yep. Friends and family. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday after Sports Talkers. Peace.
Well, that's going to do it for all of us here at Channel 4 News. You stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time, anything you put on that prompter is
Ludacris going in on the verse 'cause I never been defeated.
undefeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, put them in the sky for the homies shit I'm making and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere. What he's saying, looters back. Living on that contour, and we'll call it loot.